My beloved child, pause for a moment and breathe in. What I am about to share. This message is sacredurgent and crafted for your spiritual one. The tides of destiny are rising, and you stand at the edge of a divine turning point. You were not forgotten. You were not overlooked. I have watched you through the storm, through the silence, and through the ancient. It was your time to awaken, to remember who you are. Stay with me until the final word, for each one holds the power to awaken. Your purpose to not drift away. Now for your miracle waits just beyond this moment. You are closer than you've ever been. Will you walk this path with me? Now let us begin. I speak to you with urgency, not to instill fear, but to awaken your spirit to the divine moment you are in. You didn't just stumble upon these words. This connection was orchestrated in heaven long before you saw the light of day. I've been watching your every step, the burdens you've carried, the tears you've held back, and the questions that rise like waves within you at night. I see the swirling confusion, the pressing weight of uncertainty, and the ache that lingers deep in your chest, even as you smile through it. So I interrupt your rhythm now, not to add to your load, but to lift it. Set aside your distractions, responsibilities, and thoughts just for a moment. I, the Lord your God, am drawing near with purpose and precision. My presence isn't random, it's intentional. That stirring you felt, that sense of an invisible shift, the tension that lingers even in calm moments, that's me calling. A change is approaching, not just around you, but within you. It's a spiritual awakening, a moment of clarity, a shift that will alter your life's path if you choose to receive it. You've sensed it, haven't you? That unrest, that internal noise you can't quite name. It's not your imagination. It's not just anxiety or tiredness. It's a spiritual alert. The enemy has seen your potential, your promise, your place in my story, and he's working to cloud your vision before you fully see what I'm doing. That's why I'm here, why I speak plainly to you now. This is a divine interception. I'm placing my hand on your heart and saying, look again, listen again. There's something more I want to show you. Many have heard me and walked away unchanged. They allowed the world's noise to drown my voice. They postponed obedience until the right moment, only to find the opportunity faded like mist. Don't follow that path. The moment you're in right now is holy. It carries the weight of destiny. My spirit is hovering near, waiting for your surrender, your full attention. Stay with me. Don't rush. Don't dismiss these words. I'm pouring something sacred into you, an insight that will not only change your perspective, but also renew your inner strength. You're weary, not just from physical effort, but from spiritual striving, trying to keep it all together, trying to be strong for everyone, trying to understand the why and when of all you're facing. You've tried to make sense of the delays, the detours, the doors that refuse to open. But child, let me assure you, none of it was wasted. None of it was random. Every moment was part of my preparation. Every closed door was my protection. Every delay was my timing, aligning your life with something greater than you could build on your own. You haven't missed your moment. You aren't behind. I'm not disappointed in you. You are exactly where you need to be for what I'm about to release into your life. The heaviness you've carried is about to lift. Not because circumstances will instantly change, but because your spirit will. As you lean into my presence, you'll see the path I've laid out with new eyes. What once felt like confusion will begin to make sense. What seemed like loss will be revealed as divine exchange. I'm not just rescuing you from the past, I'm reordering your future. This is more than motivation, it's a call to realignment. I'm inviting you into a deeper level of trust, a surrender that doesn't just include your actions, but your heart, your motives, your dreams, and your fears. I know the places in you that still doubt whether good things were ever truly meant for you. I know the parts of you that have settled for less because disappointment taught you not to expect too much. But I'm undoing that lie now. I'm speaking life where weariness has lived, I'm calling out the real you, the one I designed, not the one you've reduced yourself to because of pain. Even now, as you take this in, you can feel me near. That warmth, that stirring in your chest, that sudden stillness, that's my spirit confirming this word within you. You're not merely being encouraged, you're being invited into transformation. You're being marked for a new movement of grace, favor, and clarity. The next chapter of your life doesn't depend on your effort. It rests on your surrender. Give me your trust again, not just in words, but in truth. Lay down the weight of trying to do it all, fix it all, understand it all. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be present with me. Open your heart fully, even if it's bruised. Release what no longer serves you. Let go of what I never gave you to carry. You're not a problem I'm trying to solve. You're a masterpiece I'm still refining. My plan for you hasn't changed. Your name is still written in my design. And though the enemy tried to confuse you, delay you, and even convince you to give up, I have preserved you. You're here reading this because I've kept you. The pain you endured didn't define you. It shaped you for what's next. The silence you felt wasn't my absence, it was my preparation. And now the season is shifting. I'm doing a new thing. Even now it's springing forth. Can't you perceive it? Stay close to me. This is only the beginning. There's so much more I have to reveal. Listen closely, my child, for I continue to draw you deeper into the truth of what I'm revealing. This isn't a surface work I'm doing in you. It's foundational. It's eternal. I'm not interested in temporary relief, but in lasting renewal. So I speak again, not as a distant deity, but as your Father, your Creator, the one who saw you before the world ever spoke your name. I know what has tried to break you, and I know what's rising within you now as you hear these words. That stirring, it's resurrection. What felt like endings were not death, but the burial of seeds. Seeds I planted in you when you thought I had forgotten you. But I never left, not for a second. Even in your lowest moment, I was there, holding back destruction, whispering hope, guiding you through the fog. And now those seeds are beginning to sprout. In the soil of your struggle, something sacred has taken root. Faith has grown in the shadows. Strength has been forged in the silence. You didn't wither, you were being watered. And now it is time to emerge from the cave of hiding, time to rise from the posture of survival. You weren't made to merely get through life, you were made to live abundantly, courageously, intentionally. But that begins not by striving harder, but by listening deeper. I'm not calling you to exhaustion, I'm calling you to intimacy. Your first assignment in this season isn't to fix, produce, or perform. It is to come close. Let me fill you again. Let me speak to the parts of you that haven't heard life in a long time. I see how you've pushed through. I see how you've encouraged others while secretly battling discouragement. I know the mask you wear to be strong for others, but I'm calling you to take it off in my presence. You don't need to impress me. I already know you fully and love you completely. You can be undone here. You can weep here. You can bring the dreams you buried, the questions you silenced, the hopes you were afraid to hope again. I won't shame you. I won't scold you. I will meet you with mercy. Don't believe the lie that it's too late, that you've missed too many chances, that your story is too broken to be beautiful. That's the enemy's narrative, not mine. I am the God of restoration. I restore what was lost, rebuild what was ruined, and redeem what was rejected. I turn graves into gardens, mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty. And I'm not just doing it for others, I'm doing it for you. You aren't the exception to my goodness. You are the target of it. Let go now of the pressure to be perfect. I never asked you for perfection. I asked for your heart, and when you give me your heart, I give you my strength, my peace, my strategy. I guide your steps, not through fear, but through fellowship. You don't have to guess your way through life anymore. I will lead you. I will illuminate the next step when it's time. You don't need the full map, you need me. And I'm not hiding. I'm not distant. I am here. You've worried, haven't you, about provision, about direction, about the future? But I remind you now, I am your shepherd. You shall not want. Even in the valley of uncertainty, I walk with you. Even in the wilderness of confusion, I provide manna. You will not be abandoned. You will not be left to figure it out alone. I am aligning resources, people, and moments in your favor. You will see doors open that no one can shut, not because of your power, because of my promise. But you must choose to trust me again, not half-heartedly, not conditionally, but fully. Trust me, even when it doesn't make sense. Trust me when others doubt. Trust me when the path looks strange. I'm leading you through unfamiliar places because I'm taking you where few have dared to go. This isn't punishment, it's preparation for glory. I'm building in you a resilience that will sustain revival, a purity that will preserve purpose, an intimacy that will protect influence. And yes, there will be moments of discomfort. Growth always stretches. Healing sometimes hurts. But don't mistake the pain for punishment. It's the pressure of new wine being poured into a new wineskin. You can't return to who you were. That version of you can't carry what I'm giving next. So embrace the tension. It is holy. You are being reformed, realigned, reborn in spirit. What comes next will require the new you, healed, whole, and hopeful. Don't compare your process to anyone else's. I've written your story with unique detail. What looks like delay in your life is often divine orchestration. I'm not in a hurry, but I'm always on time. What I've promised, I will perform. And I won't bring you this far to abandon you. My glory will be revealed in your story. You'll look back and weep, not from pain, but from awe, from joy, from the realization that I never left you, not for a moment. And so I whisper again, come closer, turn your attention fully toward me, quiet the noise, let go of the weight, make room in your soul. For what I'm about to do in you, through you, and around you will require all of your heart. Not because I demand it, but because I deserve it. And you, my beloved, are worth the work I'm doing, worth the waiting, worth the war, because you are mine. My child, now that you've drawn nearer, let me pour into you what has long been stored in the chambers of heaven. Truth that heals, vision that anchors, and power that sustains. You've tasted the emptiness of chasing affirmation from the world, and you've learned that no applause can fill the void only I was meant to occupy. Now I'm inviting you into the fullness of identity, not borrowed, not manufactured, but birthed from my eternal heart. This isn't a new label, it's a holy unveiling. You were never meant to fit into the molds others tried to press you into. I didn't form you to be a reflection of their expectations, but of my image. You carry something distinct, something divine. You've sensed it all your life, that you were different, set apart, somehow not fully like everyone else. That wasn't pride or imagination. It was the echo of your calling, a calling too sacred to be diluted by people-pleasing or choked by fear. So many have lived and died without ever stepping into the fullness of who they truly are in me. But that won't be your story. I'm breaking every false identity, every ceiling of limitation, every lie that kept you thinking small. You were born for such a time as this, to shine, to speak, to move with divine authority. But authority doesn't come from volume. It comes from intimacy. And you, my beloved, are growing in both. You're not just being called, you're being commissioned. Don't underestimate what I've placed inside you. The dreams you carry, the burdens you feel, the convictions that burn in your heart, they aren't random. They are assignments. You've been entrusted with vision, not for decoration, but for execution. I will give you strategy, I will send divine connections, I will breathe life on the work of your hands. But first, you must stop waiting for permission from people I never required you to consult. It's time to move, not recklessly but reverently. You won't need all the details to start, just a yes, a surrendered, unwavering, unapologetic yes. That's the seed of every miracle. That's the spark of every movement. Don't say, "I'm not ready." I have made you ready. Every scar has prepared you. Every delay has matured you. Every broken piece has been made new in me. You are not what happened to you. You are what I redeemed from it. And now others are waiting for the sound of your voice, waiting for the weight of your presence, waiting for the light you carry. This isn't a burden. It's a gift to be chosen, to be entrusted, to be sent. You don't need to know the destination to start walking. I will guide you step by step, thought by thought, breath by breath. I'm not a distant guide shouting from the heavens. I'm your present shepherd, whispering through your spirit. I know what you fear. I know the risks you've counted, the what-ifs that crowd your thoughts in the midnight hour. But child, listen. What if you succeed? What if the breakthrough is on the other side of your obedience? What if the joy you've been aching for comes not through ease, but through trust? I didn't promise you a storm-free life, but I did promise that I would be your peace in every storm, and that peace will anchor you in the days to come. You will not collapse under pressure. You were built for this, not because of your talent, but because of my spirit within you. I have fortified your soul. I have surrounded your mind with heavenly reinforcements. You're not going crazy. You're waking up. You are shedding the numbness that once protected you. You're rising with holy urgency, not to perform, but to fulfill purpose. You are part of something far greater than yourself. You are a link in a divine chain, a vessel in a spiritual lineage of overcomers. Heaven is backing you. Angels are assigned to you. The cloud of witnesses is cheering you on. You're not the only one, you're one among many, but you are essential. If you don't speak, something sacred will go unsaid. If you don't act, something holy will remain undone. That's how much you matter in this hour. And when you doubt, when the fog returns, when the voices of the past try to pull you back, return here. Return to my voice, to this moment. Let these words remind you, you are chosen, you are equipped, you are ready. You don't have to feel brave to be brave. Just move with me. I will make the way straight. I will make your steps firm. I will make the crooked places smooth. This is the season of becoming. Not becoming someone else, but becoming who I always saw when I formed you in secret. The world has yet to see the fullness of what I placed in you, but they will. Not for your glory, but for mine. Your life will testify. Your journey will become a roadmap for others. And the beauty is, you won't have to strive to make it happen. You'll simply need to stay in step with me. The road ahead is holy, and you are not walking it alone. I am with you, within you, and before you. Keep moving, keep trusting, keep becoming, beloved. As we continue, let me go deeper into the very core of your spirit. For what I'm establishing in you now is unshakable. You've lived under the tension of two realities. The one the world has projected onto you, and the one I have spoken over you since before time began. One told you to settle, to shrink, to doubt. The other has been whispering, rise, believe, become. The war inside of you was never about capacity. It was about identity. And now I'm settling it once and for all. You are mine. You are chosen. You are enough. This revelation must not remain head knowledge. It must take root in your heart. I'm removing every inner argument, every lie wrapped in logic, every memory that clings like a shadow and tells you you're disqualified. I say again, you are not disqualified. You are sanctified. You are not too late. You are right on time. You are not broken beyond repair. You are broken open so that my glory may flow out of you. In this hour, I'm asking for your alignment more than your ambition. The world pushes you to hustle, to strive, to prove, but I lead you to abide, to yield, to trust. My ways are not the world's ways. I don't rush, yet I'm never late. I'm not impressed by performance. I'm drawn to purity of heart. I want your yes, not because of what you can produce, but because of what I can release through you. You are entering a season of divine release, Yes, release. That means I will ask you to let go. Not because I am cruel, but because I am kind. There are relationships, roles, habits, and mindsets that were needed in your last season but cannot carry into your next. The baggage is too heavy for the bridge I'm building. Trust me when I say that what I remove, I replace with better, with deeper, with eternal. I will never take something unless I have something greater to give in return. Some of what you'll have to release won't make sense to those around you. Some won't understand your obedience, but they don't have your assignment. They weren't in the secret place where I met you. They didn't see the vision I gave you in the night. Stop explaining yourself to people who are carrying the same burden. Let me be your affirmation. Let my word be your compass. I didn't call you to popularity. I called you to purpose. Yes, it will cost you. Obedience always does, but the reward is immeasurable. You will not only walk in peace, you will release it. You will not only find clarity, you will become a voice of clarity in a world drowning in confusion. The oil you carry has come at a price, but that oil will heal others. That's why the crushing had to happen. That's why the pressing wasn't punishment, it was preparation. I never waste pain, I turn every tear into power. This is the hour of consecration. I'm inviting you to set yourself apart, not out of elitism, but out of intimacy. You're not better than others, but you're being set apart for a holy purpose. That means your life will look different. Your time, your energy, your focus, they will be stewarded, not squandered. You'll no longer waste your strength on what doesn't bear fruit. You will plant where I tell you. You will pour where I lead you. And where I don't send you, you will rest without guilt. I'm raising a remnant that walks in rest and power simultaneously. You will operate in both authority and gentleness, strength and humility, boldness and brokenness. You won't have to choose between being spiritual and being real. You will be both. Authenticity will be your mantle. People will be drawn to your honesty. Your transparency will dismantle shame. You won't lead from a pedestal. You will lead from the ground where I first met you. And this isn't only for your benefit. What I'm doing in you is for generations. Your obedience today is building a foundation for others tomorrow. Your surrender is creating legacy. You are standing in the gap for those who don't even know they're coming behind you. This is kingdom work, not seen by all, but honored by heaven. And every time you choose me over comfort, over control, over convenience, you are advancing my kingdom in ways you can't yet see. Don't be afraid of the unknown. I hold it. I'm not leading you into confusion, I'm leading you into clarity, into the kind of life where you don't just know about me, but walk with me, where you hear my voice in the stillness and follow even when the path is dim. I won't always show you the entire picture, but I will always show you the next step, and I promise that is enough. My presence will be your provision. My peace will be your guide. My joy will be your strength. You are no longer wandering. You are being positioned. You aren't guessing. You are being guided. You aren't hoping blindly. You're walking boldly every day with me, every breath filled with purpose. So lean in, keep your spirit open, keep your heart soft. The process is sacred, the journey is holy, and the destination is glory. Not someday, not just in eternity, but even here, even now. My beloved, now that I have drawn you into this sacred space of clarity and consecration, let me begin to show you what lies ahead. Not just in dreams or vague impressions, but in the tangible unfolding of your purpose. You have waited, labored, prayed, and wrestled through seasons of silence and hiddenness. And now, like a seed long buried in the soil, you are breaking forth, not because of sudden strength, but because of steady surrender. What once seemed dormant is about to bloom. But before you move forward, understand this. The breakthrough coming isn't just for your comfort, it is for my covenant. I am a God of covenant. And when I speak over your life, my word does not return void. What I promised you in the dark, I will fulfill in the light. Every promise I gave, every vision I whispered, Every word you journaled in faith, it's not forgotten. I haven't overlooked a single tear, not one moment of your obedience. You are stepping into the reward of hidden faithfulness. Still, you must be prepared. The doors I open for you in this season are weighty. They come with responsibility. The favor you're about to experience isn't for applause, it is for assignment. You will be blessed, yes, but more importantly, you will become a blessing. You are not just entering a season of answered prayers. You are entering a season of answered prayers for others through you. Your life will become a vessel of my mercy, a mirror of my grace, a river of my love. And I must tell you this, acceleration is coming. Not the frantic pace of the world, but the divine momentum of heaven. Things that once took years will now take weeks. What seemed impossible will unfold with ease. The right connections will find you. The right doors will swing open. The resources, strategies, and confirmations you need will arrive on time. But this isn't luck, it's the fruit of alignment. You are aligned with my heart, and now heaven is aligning with your life. You must not be afraid of this acceleration. It will feel unfamiliar. You may question your readiness, but I remind you, I prepared you in secret. I trained you in the unseen. When no one was watching, I was forging character, integrity, and spiritual discernment. Now I'm bringing you into visibility, not to impress others, but to influence them. You aren't being exposed, you are being revealed. Not as someone who arrived overnight, but as someone I have built over time. Guard your heart in this season. There will be voices that try to attach to your rising. There will be distractions disguised as opportunities. Not every open door is divine. That's why you must stay close to me. Let my peace be your confirmation. If it doesn't come with peace, it isn't from me. If it demands that you abandon your integrity, your rest, or your joy, it isn't my path. You don't need to chase what I have already prepared for you. Stay low as I lift you. Humility is your shield. Gratitude is your weapon. Don't forget where I found you. Don't lose the tenderness of heart that brought you here. Influence can be dangerous in the wrong hands, but you're not called to platform. You're called to purpose. And the deeper your roots go in me, the higher I can raise you without collapse. Stay grounded, stay grateful, stay hungry. You will also notice a deepening of discernment. I am sharpening your spiritual senses. You will hear my voice more clearly, feel my nudges more strongly, and recognize deception more quickly. Don't doubt yourself. This is my spirit within you. As you grow, your authority will grow. You will begin to speak with power, and people will feel it. Not because you yell, but because your words carry weight. You will walk into rooms and shift atmospheres, not because of charisma, but because of consecration. And with this increase will come tests, not to break you, but to prove what I've placed in you. You will be tested in stewardship, in how you handle what I give, in obedience, whether you will still choose me when no one is watching, in purity, whether you will honor me with both your platform and your private life. These are not punishments. These are the final touches of refinement before I place the crown of responsibility on your calling. Don't be afraid of falling. My grace is sufficient. I won't let you carry more than you can handle. I am your strength, your portion, your protector. If you stay close to me, I will cover you. If you remain in me, I will sustain you. This is not a solo mission. It is a partnership. I will go before you, walk beside you, and cover you from behind. You will never be alone. So, step forward now, not timidly but confidently, not arrogantly but boldly. You're stepping into answered prayers, divine timing, holy visibility, and kingdom impact. This isn't just a personal breakthrough, it is a prophetic release. Your life will speak. Your testimony will shake the chains off of others. Your obedience will spark revival. Your yes will make a way for generation. Now listen, my chosen one, as I draw you further into the depths of this divine revelation. You are crossing a line in the spirit, a line where old patterns break and new cycles begin. The realm you are entering is not one of passive belief, but of active dominion. This is where my children stop merely surviving and begin reigning. You were created to reign, not in arrogance or selfish ambition, but in righteousness, peace, and authority grounded in me. The time for timid prayers and cautious dreams is over. I'm placing boldness upon you, not born of flesh, but born of faith. This boldness will not manifest in striving, but in abiding. You will walk into rooms and speak with conviction, not because you need to be heard, but because you've been sent. You will stop begging for scraps and realize you sit at my table, fully welcomed, fully known, and fully empowered. I haven't trained you through fire and flood only to keep you hidden forever. No, I'm unveiling you as a light in the darkness, a voice in the wilderness, a mirror reflecting my mercy. The enemy is terrified of who you're becoming. That's why he's fought you so fiercely. Every battle you've endured wasn't just about your past. It was about silencing your future. But he failed. You're still here. And now you rise, not just healed, but anointed. You've asked me, Lord, why did it take so long? And I say this to you now, because I was doing a deep work. I wasn't just preparing the blessing for you. I was preparing you for the blessing. Quick success can destroy an unready heart. But you, beloved, are ready. Your character has been forged. Your faith has been purified. Your motives have been refined. Now when the increase comes, you will not be consumed by it, you will be a steward of it. Expect a shift in your circle. I'm realigning your relationships. Not everyone can walk where I'm taking you. Some connections were seasonal, not eternal. Don't cling to what I'm cutting. I will surround you with covenant people, those who don't just tolerate your growth, but celebrate it. Those who will pray with you, war for you, and walk in purpose beside you. Your tribe is changing. It will be fewer, but it will be deeper. You will find me in new ways in this season. The way I spoke to you before may shift, not because I've changed, but because you've matured. I'm deepening your discernment. You'll no longer live by signs alone. You will move by intimacy. I'm no longer merely confirming what I told you. I'm inviting you to trust without needing the proof. This is what it means to walk by faith. And in doing so, you will see miracles not just around you, but through you. Yes, miracles. You will lay hands and see healing. You will speak and see atmospheres shift. You will pray and see strongholds break. This isn't hype. It is the heritage of those who abide in me. But I remind you, power without purity is dangerous. Stay low, stay yielded, stay in the secret place. That is where your authority is refreshed, your heart is guarded, and your joy is restored. And my child, joy is your portion in this season. Not the fleeting emotion that depends on circumstance, but the deep, abiding joy that flows from knowing you are loved, chosen, and victorious. Your joy will be your testimony. In a world paralyzed by fear, your joy will be a weapon. In a culture addicted to chaos, your joy will be a lighthouse. You will laugh again, fully, freely, deeply, not because everything is perfect, but because you've learned to trust me in the process. There's a holy confidence rising in you, not pride, but purpose. You're starting to see yourself the way I see you. No longer through the lens of failure, but through the lens of faith. You are my masterpiece. You are my warrior. You are my messenger. You are not weak, not forgotten, not invisible. You are full of my spirit, surrounded by my angels, equipped for this exact moment in history. And hear this, for it is crucial. What I pour into you in this season isn't just for you. It's for the world around you. You carry solutions to problems others haven't even seen yet. You are a carrier of light in dark places. I'm giving you influence not for fame, but for impact. The words I put in your mouth will bring healing. The wisdom I give you will break cycles. The love I pour through you will restore hope. Don't shrink back. Don't delay. Don't let fear rob you of the promise. This is your moment. This is your launch. This is the divine intersection of your preparation and my purpose. What you've been praying for is about to meet what I've been planning for. Heaven is moving on your behalf, and I, the Lord your God, am rejoicing over you with singing. Step forward, beloved, with courage, with clarity, with conviction. Now come closer still, my beloved child, for the journey ahead is glorious, yet it must be walked in full awareness. I'm not just calling you into a personal transformation. I'm calling you into a divine collaboration, you and I together, my spirit dwelling within you, moving through you, releasing heaven into the earth wherever your feet touch. This isn't just your journey. It is my mission unfolding through your yielded life. You must understand the weight of what you carry. The anointing upon you isn't ornamental. It is operational. It isn't simply to make you feel special. It is to make you effective. You've asked me for breakthrough, for influence, for purpose. And I'm answering with a mantle. That mantle will attract both favor and resistance. You must be prepared to carry it with integrity. It will cost you comfort. It will demand continual surrender. But the reward is eternal, and the impact will ripple far beyond your lifetime. This is the season where I begin to enlarge your territory, not just in physical ways, but in spiritual capacity. You will find your heart expanding, your discernment increasing, your sensitivity to my voice intensifying. The prayers you pray will carry more weight. The dreams I give you will come with divine strategy. You'll no longer move reactively, you will move prophetically. You'll begin to live in response to my whisper, not the world's noise. But know this, as I elevate you, I will also anchor you. I'm not interested in creating hollow leaders. I'm raising up vessels of depth, vessels who are not moved by applause or attack, but who remain fixed in my love. Your foundation must be secure. That is why I continue to bring you back to the secret place, to the still waters, to the quiet trust. You cannot give the world what you haven't first received from me. You're about to see fruit like never before. People will come to you seeking wisdom, healing, direction, and you will have it. Not because you are great, but because you are connected. I will give you words in due season. I will give you solutions the world hasn't considered. I will open doors that no resume could open, not for your glory, but for mine. Because you've chosen to walk with me when it wasn't popular, I will honor you before those who once overlooked you. Don't fear the spotlight, but don't crave it either. Let me position you. Let me pace you. I know the weight of visibility, and I know the strength you will need to sustain it. I'm building that strength in secret where no one claps. But I'm shaping your soul. Don't rush the process. Don't force your rise. When I lift you, you won't have to strive to stay there. My elevation comes with my preservation. You'll begin to see evidence of my favor in unlikely places. The very areas where you once experienced loss, rejection, or pain will become platforms for redemption. I will use what the enemy tried to break you with as the very stage where I showcase my glory. Your scars will shine, not with shame, but with testimony. You'll look at the wounds and see weapons. You'll look at the delays and see design. You'll look at what tried to bury you and declare, "This became my birthplace." I'm raising your voice, not so you can make noise, but so you can release sound. Sound that heals. Sound that breaks chains. Sound that awakens sleepers. Your words will no longer be casual. They will be prophetic. Even your conversations will carry weight. You will speak into lives and not even realize the depth of what you've deposited. That's because it won't be you. It will be me speaking through you. But I warn you, child, guard your mouth, guard your heart. The same tongue that blesses must not curse. The same mouth that prophesies must not gossip. You cannot afford loose speech in this season. Life and death are in your words. and I'm calling you to steward your speech as you would a sacred altar. Let your words be few but full. Let them carry life. Let them release love. Let them align with heaven. Your influence isn't limited to pulpits or platforms. It's in your daily walk, your silent prayers, your unseen obedience. You may never be recognized by man, but you are known in the courts of heaven. Hell knows your name because of the battles you've won in secret. Angels surround you because of the calling you carry. And I, your God, sing over you because of the delight I take in your heart. So don't hold back. Don't second guess. Don't wonder if you're really the one. You are. You are the one I chose, the one I rescued, the one I refined, the one I filled, and now the one I'm sending. This generation needs what you carry. The world is groaning for the sons and daughters of God to be revealed, and you are one of them. Walk boldly, love deeply, speak wisely, move faithfully. My child, you are not just being prepared for a moment, you are being prepared for a movement. What I am birthing through you is not small. It will outlive you, outgrow you, and reach further than you imagined. But to carry it, your heart must remain fully mine. The success I bring will never be allowed to replace the intimacy I require. You must protect the wellspring of our relationship, like your life depends on it, because it does. You will be tempted to drift. With favor comes responsibility, and with visibility comes the danger of misalignment. Stay grounded. Don't let applause become your compass. Don't let opinions become your fuel. Your true north is always my voice. Your safe place is always my presence. You will thrive not by being more visible, but by being more hidden in me. If your public strength ever surpasses your private surrender, recalibrate quickly. I am your root, not your platform. There is coming a flood of influence. Some you will expect, much you won't. People you've never met will begin to draw near. Doors you didn't knock on will begin open. Ideas you once shelved will suddenly find their moment, and you'll know it is me. Not coincidence, not timing, not chance, but my hand orchestrating everything with precision. I am not only restoring lost time, I am redeeming it with interest. What was delayed will now be delivered. What was withheld is now being released. But don't let your heart chase the outcome more than the obedience. Stay in the rhythm of my voice. I am calling you to live in the flow of divine timing. Not striving, not resisting, just flowing. Flowing with my spirit like a river that knows its source. In this flow, you will find rest in the midst of rapid movement. You will walk in grace that confounds logic. Others will ask, "How are you doing this?" And your only answer will be, "God is doing it through me." This next chapter is marked by multiplication. What you placed in my hands, even when it felt like too little, I am now multiplying. Time, resources, opportunities, influence, revelation, joy. I am increasing all of it, not to overwhelm you, but to overflow through you. The cup isn't being filled for your sake alone, it's being filled to pour out. And the more you pour, the more I will provide. There will be no lack in your house, in your spirit, or in your calling. Don't be surprised when people from your past begin to notice the change. Some will celebrate, some will question, some may even criticize. Don't let it sway you. You are no longer living for the approval of man. You're walking in alignment with heaven. Let your fruit speak. Let your peace be the proof. Let your joy be your shield. I will defend you. You don't need to waste time explaining yourself. I've already justified you. I'm also bringing divine partnerships into your life. Relationships that aren't based on what you can do, but on who you are in me. These connections will be life-giving, purpose-driven, and spiritually safe. You'll find yourself seen, known, and strengthened through these alignments. You'll speak the same spiritual language. You'll run at the same pace. And together, you will build what no one could build alone. These are covenant connections sent by me, sealed by me. And yes, there will be moments when the pressure seems too much, when the warfare increases, when you feel the weight of responsibility. But remember this, You are never alone. I am your refuge and your reward. When you're tired, I will renew. When you're weary, I will sustain. When you feel empty, I will fill you again. There will be waves, but they will not drown you. There will be fire, but it will not consume you. I am with you in it, through it, above it. Now prepare for divine surprises. I'm going to exceed what you dared to dream. The kind of blessings that will leave you weeping, not out of fear, but out of awe. You'll whisper, "This is more than I asked for," and I'll respond, "Because I love you more than you know." I take delight in blessing my children, not just with material things, but with the kind of peace and fulfillment the world cannot give. This isn't the time to shrink. This isn't the hour to hesitate. You were born for this. You were formed for this. Every season you survived, every lesson you learned, every tear you cried, it was all leading to this divine moment of release. Heaven is backing you. Creation is groaning for you. The angels are ready to assist you. All of heaven's resources are at your disposal because you are walking in obedience. So take courage, walk boldly, speak clearly, love fiercely, and most of all, stay with me. There is more, always more. And we are only beginning to uncover the glory of what I've placed inside you. Beloved, as the horizon of your calling comes into clearer view, know this: the battles you faced were never a sign of my absence. They were proof of your significance. The enemy never attacks what does not threaten his agenda. You were fought so fiercely because you carry a fire that cannot be extinguished. But now I am shifting the battle. You will no longer fight for your identity. You will fight from it. You will no longer war for worth. You will war from a place of knowing who and whose you are. You've crossed through fire and flood. You've survived loss, betrayal, loneliness, and delays. But you didn't just survive. You were being sanctified. Your pain has not only purified you, it has positioned you. I have been building resilience in you, not so you could endure for eternity, but so you could reign with clarity. What you thought would break you became the training ground for breakthrough. And now you are ready, not perfect, but prepared, not without fear, but full of faith. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You must understand, the world is in crisis, not for lack of information, but for lack of transformation. It isn't waiting for more experts. It is groaning for my sons and daughters to be revealed. You are not just another voice. You are a carrier of the voice. You speak not merely to be heard, but to be felt. When you open your mouth, chains will break. When you move in obedience, atmospheres will shift. When you show up in love, heaven invades. So walk with reverence. You're not just a person of faith, you are a person of fire. You are a temple of the living God. You house my presence, and where my presence dwells, there is power. That is why you must guard your spirit, guard your purity, guard your peace, not from a place of fear, but from wisdom. You carry something sacred. Don't cheapen what cost you so much to carry. Don't share your oil with those who only want your fire, not your process. And yet I call you to pour to those who are hungry, ready, open. Your story isn't meant to sit in silence. It is a weapon of hope. Share what I've done. Not from pride, but from praise. Your vulnerability will unlock healing in others. What once shamed you will now empower others. You will see people set free because you dared to speak truth, not polished, but raw and real. That's what I'm blessing. Authenticity birthed in my presence. You are a breaker in the spirit. You will go first. Others will follow. You will take territory that generations before you only prayed for. You will break generational curses, reverse family cycles, and establish new spiritual legacies. Your children will walk in freedom because you chose obedience. Your community will shift because you chose surrender. You are not just living your story, you are living as a testimony. Don't fear the weight. I am the strength in your shoulders. I am the wind beneath your wings. When you feel weak, Remember, my power is made perfect in weakness. You will find supernatural strength at every point of surrender. You will accomplish what others said was impossible, not through hustle, but through holiness, not through striving, but through stillness. You will move mountains, not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit. Now prepare for overflow, not just in resources, great, but in revelation. I will begin to speak to you in new ways, through dreams, through divine interruptions, through confirmations that leave no doubt. Your ears will tingle with recognition. Your eyes will open to deeper dimensions, and your heart will beat in rhythm with mine. The intimacy you cultivate in secret will manifest as authority in public. You'll also notice acceleration. What you once had to fight for will begin to come freely. I am shifting the spiritual climate around you. What took months will take days. What was resisted will now be released. But remember, the speed of the season does not replace the need for stillness. Stay rooted in me. Let your soul breathe in my presence daily. Don't let momentum carry you out of alignment. And yes, miracles are coming. Miracles in bodies, in minds, in relationships, in finances, in purpose. Get ready to be astounded. I will not just meet your expectation. I will exceed them. I will pour out blessings you never thought to ask for. I will make a way where there was none. I will restore years that were stolen. I will lift your head from shame and crown you with favor. You will dance again. You will sing again. You will dream again. But above all, you will know me, not from distance, but in intimacy. I will be your closest companion, your dearest friend, your everlasting Father. You will feel my presence in your ordinary moments. You will hear my whisper above the world's noise. You will sense my hand guiding every decision, and you will never again question whether you are called, chosen, or enough. My beloved, we now reach the culmination of this divine message. Not an ending, but a beginning. What I have spoken into you through these words was never meant to remain as inspiration alone. It is a call to action, to awakening, to transformation. You have been stirred not just for comfort, but for commissioning. You have received not just to be filled, but to be poured out. And now, with heaven as witness and the Spirit as your guide, you step into the fullness of what I created you for. This is your time, not born of luck or coincidence, but forged in eternity. I chose you for this moment in history. Your presence on this earth isn't random, it is prophetic. You carry the sound of breakthrough, the weight of intercession, the authority of one who has wrestled with me and prevailed. I have anointed your hands for healing, your feet for territory, and your heart for compassion. You will move in signs, wonders, and wisdom. You will see walls fall and wells spring up. You will go where others feared to go, and you will thrive. But always remember this: I am your reward. Not the platform, not the promise, not the power. Me. Keep your eyes on me, and you will never be led astray. Walk with me, and you will never lack direction. Listen for my whisper, and you will never miss your assignment. No door will be able to close what I have opened. No one will be able to take what I have given. You are walking under divine protection, divine provision, and divine promise. Let go of the guilt that lingers from your past. I have cleansed you. I have covered you. I have made you new. The shame that once shackled you has been shattered by my blood. The lies that once silenced you have been silenced by my truth. The fear that once paralyzed you has been driven out by my perfect love. You are not who you were. You are not what they said. You are who I say you are. Redeemed, chosen, holy, powerful, loved. As you go forth, expect resistance. The enemy will not rejoice in your rising. But don't be afraid. You weren't made for easy roads. You were made for impact. And I have equipped you with every weapon, every tool, every piece of armor you will need. You will not fall because I uphold you. You will not falter because I go before you. And even if you stumble, I will catch you and carry you back to safety. I am not just your God. I am your father, your defender, your anchor, your champion, a legacy of miracles. You will see people come to me through your obedience. You will see souls awakened, lives restored, captives freed. Your light will not flicker, it will blaze. Your prayers will not bounce, they will break. Your worship will not be routine, it will be warfare. And your legacy will not be written by man, but by heaven. You will leave behind a trail of miracles, a history of faith, a river of love. This isn't hype, it is holy, and it is real. Don't delay. The world is waiting. The harvest is ready. The time is now. What you've carried in private, I'm releasing in public. What I've whispered to your heart in the midnight hour, you will shout from mountaintops. What you thought was just survival has become your song of victory. This isn't just another season. This is a divine eruption. Everything is shifting, everything is aligning, everything is about to break open. And I, the Lord your God, rejoice. I sing over you with joy. I celebrate your yes. I delight in your surrender. I am proud of you, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are to me. My child, my vessel, my warrior, my bride. My child, take a deep breath and come into this sacred moment with me. The world around you may rush, scream, and swirl in confusion, but here, right now, there is peace. This isn't a coincidence. You were led here by my Spirit, and this word, this encounter, has been timed with divine precision. I know the depth of your heart. I know the weight you've been carrying, often in silence. I have seen the weariness in your eyes and the questions that churn within. And now I speak because the time for silence is over. This is serious. Not serious in the way the world uses the word to instill fear or dread, but serious in the way heaven leans in when destiny comes near. Serious in the way a soul recognizes it has just brushed up against eternity. You've heard me before, in whispers, in the tremble of your soul during quiet nights, in the sigh between your tears, in the stillness that followed your storms. You've sensed me when no one else was looking, when you were left standing in the ruins of dreams, and I was the only one who never left. I was there when they turned away. I was there when your heart broke. I was there when you doubted if you would ever feel whole again. And even then, I was not distant. I was near, cradling your spirit, protecting your identity, preserving your purpose. And now, my child, I speak not just to comfort you, but to awaken you. You're not who the world says you are. You're not the mistakes you've made, the rejections you've endured, or the labels others have tried to pin on you. You are mine, formed in love, shaped with power, marked with promise. You're not just surviving, you are on the verge of blooming. The pain you endured was never wasted. I used it. I'm still using it. Every scar has a purpose. Every tear has watered the soil of your next season. You think you're standing on barren ground, but I tell you, this ground is sacred. This is the place where the old dies and the new begins. This is the place of resurrection. Yes, there are things hidden in darkness, things others have done to you, lies whispered about you, traps set against you, but nothing escapes my sight. I have seen it all, and I am acting now. I am uncovering what has been buried. I am exposing every hidden snare. I am removing every voice that does not align with my truth. What was once unclear will be seen with clarity. What once confused you will now make sense. The fog is lifting. My beloved, you are not walking blind anymore. You are being led by divine insight, and nothing will be able to stand against it. You feel it already, don't you? That stirring inside, that knowing that something is shifting, that what once made you tremble now makes you rise, that the quiet voice inside you, the one you tried to ignore, is now roaring with purpose. That's me. That's my spirit. That's my fire, rekindling what the world tried to extinguish in you. You're not confused. You're being called. This isn't random. This isn't some fleeting emotion. This is your alignment with destiny. And I, the Lord your God, am walking you into it. But you must choose now. Will you continue to live bound, by what was, or will you step into what is becoming? Will you let fear hold you, or will you let me lead you? You cannot serve both your past and your future. You cannot hold bitterness and embrace breakthrough. You cannot carry dead things and expect resurrection life. I'm asking you to lay it down now. All of it. The disappointments, the fears, the grudges, the lies. I am not just asking for your yes. I am asking for your surrender. Because what I want to do through you requires all of you. Whole, yielded, available. Some of what comes next will surprise you. People from your past may reappear. Conversations you never thought you'd have may open. Opportunities that once closed may unlock again. But you are not who you were. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are healed. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Let your silence be your power. Let your peace speak for you. Let your presence shift the room because of who walks with you, because of me. You've carried pain, now carry purpose. You've known rejection, now walk in restoration. You've been silent, now let your life speak. This is serious, not in a way that should frighten you, but in a way that should awaken you to your true self, to your true calling. I have placed something within you that the world cannot steal. I have authored a story through your life that even your enemies will one day have to acknowledge. They won't understand how you survived. They won't understand how you still shine, but they don't need to. I do, and I will lift you in a way that even they cannot deny. So now, my child, take this moment. Be still. Let my presence wrap around you like a mantle. Let my love soften what was hardened. Let my truth replace the lies. Let my spirit prepare your heart for what's coming. For what's ahead isn't small, it isn't familiar, it isn't predictable, it's divine. And it begins now with your yes. Now breathe. I am here, I am speaking, I am ready. Are you my precious child? As you have opened your heart to my voice, know that what I am doing in you is deeper than any eye can see and more sacred than any human language can fully capture. This is not the moment to merely be inspired. This is the moment to be transformed. This is serious. The shift taking place is eternal in scope. It affects not just your life, but the lives of those I will reach through you. Heaven has drawn near. Angels have taken position. You have been marked for movement, and I will not allow you to return to complacency. The call on your life cannot be muted by your past, or minimized by the limitations others have spoken over you. What I placed in you before time began cannot be uprooted by temporal failure. You see only chapters. I see the whole book. And what seems like a detour to you was actually my divine detainment for protection, for redirection, for preparation. Don't regret the time it took. You needed every moment in the wilderness. You needed every silent night. You needed every no and every closed door. Because now when I say go, you will know how to move. This is the season where I am stripping away everything that no longer serves your future. Some of it will feel like loss, some of it will hurt. But trust me, anything I remove was never meant to stay. I'm not just pruning branches, I'm exposing rot. I'm not just taking things away, I'm making room for growth. And I will never ask you to give up anything unless what I have in store is better. Let go. I will fill your empty hands with abundance. But first, they must be empty. Some of you are holding on to relationships that are poisoning your destiny. Others are clinging to habits that numb the pain but keep you spiritually asleep. Some of you are listening to voices louder than mine. Voices that flatter but do not heal. Voices that entice but do not anchor. My child, turn down the volume of the world and lean into my whisper. I am not shouting. I am not demanding. I am inviting you into intimacy, inviting you into alignment, inviting you into the life you were actually created for. Not the counterfeit version the world offers, but the divine reality I authored. The stakes are high. Not because I am harsh, but because you are important. The enemy has studied your bloodline. He has seen the legacy I've placed within you. That is why he tried to kill you early. That is why the attacks were so personal, the betrayal so painful, the depression so heavy. He hoped you would give up, but you didn't. You're still standing, still seeking, still breathing. And now the tables are turning. What once broke you is about to become your breakthrough. What once made you question your worth will now become your platform to declare my faithfulness. Don't fear the weight of this calling. I don't call the qualified, I qualify the called. I will be your wisdom in every conversation, your boldness in every confrontation, your peace in every storm. You will not walk this road alone. I am with you, and I am sending people to walk beside you, divine helpers, intercessors, kingdom allies. You don't need a crowd, you need the called, and I am gathering them even now. You may feel unworthy, but I say you are ready. You may feel unprepared, but I say you have been equipped. What you thought was failure was actually training. What you thought was delay was actually refinement. My timing is perfect, and you're right on schedule. Everything that seemed out of place is now coming into alignment. You're not late, you're not behind, you're exactly where I need you to be for what comes next. So lift your eyes. Stop rehearsing the past. Stop nursing the wounds. I have already begun the healing. I have already released the provision. I have already appointed the open doors. Your only job is to walk in obedience, one step at a time, one yes after another. The path will become clear as you walk it. I am not calling you to understand it all. I am calling you to trust me in it all. There will be moments when fear will try to grip your heart, when the unknown looms large and the familiar pulls at you like a siren. But remember this, fear is a liar. Its only power is in your agreement. Break the agreement now. Renounce every lie that says you are not enough. Refuse every thought that tells you you'll fail again. I am with you, and with me, you are unstoppable. Not because of your own strength, but because of my spirit within you. You are stepping into a realm of purpose where what once was a dream will become daily reality. The assignments I am releasing over your life will stretch you, but they will also fulfill you in ways you've never known. You were created for impact, not invisibility. You were created to carry my glory, not blend into the background. You were created to make history, not just survive it. And so I say to you again, this is serious. Not because you should fear, but because you should prepare. Prepare your heart, prepare your spirit, prepare your hands for work, your feet for movement, your lips for bold declarations. You are not the same person who cried in the night, unsure of their worth. You are rising now. You are becoming who I always knew you to be. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will stop what I've started in you. My beloved child, as you continue to listen with your spirit awakened, I am drawing you into a deeper understanding of your worth, not by the measure of this world, but by the value I placed upon you when I formed you with my hands. You were never ordinary. You were never forgotten. From the foundations of the earth, I saw you, I chose you, and I breathed my breath into your being. I shaped your destiny with intention, and not one part of your story is outside of my redemptive reach. Even now, I am weaving beauty from the threads of your brokenness. This is serious, because this is holy. The journey you are on is not one of chance, but of covenant. And covenants cannot be broken by mistakes or seasons of silence. You may have wandered, you may have doubted, but I never left. I never changed my mind about you. My love has not lessened, and my plans have not diminished. The world may try to measure you by performance, but I measure you by proximity. I simply want you close, close enough to whisper secrets, close enough to carry my presence, close enough that when others encounter you, they sense me. Don't be afraid of the pressure you feel. Pressure in the natural world precedes birth, and you, my child, are in labor. There is something in you that is about to be birthed, and the enemy knows it. That's why the warfare has intensified. That's why the weight feels heavy and the night feels long. But hold on, the dawn is near. The pain isn't punishment. It is the sign that what I planted in you is about to manifest. Many around you cannot understand the weight you carry. That is because they were not called to carry it. Stop seeking validation from those who do not share your vision. You were not created for everyone to understand you. You were created to obey me. Let go of needing to be accepted by people who cannot perceive the calling on your life. You are not arrogant because you dream big. You are not prideful because you desire more. That's my spirit stirring purpose within you. Don't silence it to make others comfortable. I didn't anoint you to fit in, I anointed you to stand out. And standing out will cost you. There will be times when your obedience looks foolish. There will be moments when the path I call you to walk is lonely. But you will not be alone. I will walk with you through the valleys. I will stand beside you in the fire. I will whisper to you in the silence. I will carry you when your strength fails. And I will use your story not when it's finished and perfect, but while it's still being written. You will not have to chase platforms or position. I will bring the right eyes to see you. I will bring the right ears to hear you. You won't need to beg for opportunity. I am the door, and when I open it, no one can shut it. You don't need to prove yourself. I have already proven that you are worth dying for. Let that be enough. Let that anchor your soul when insecurity tries to speak. Prepare for divine interruptions. There are moments coming that will alter the course of your life. Unexpected invitations, sudden shifts, quick alignments. Don't fear these changes. They are answers to prayers you forgot you prayed. I have not forgotten. I hold every petition, every groan, every whispered hope. And now I am releasing the harvest. Not just because it's time, but because you're ready. You are stronger than you think, wiser than you were, more rooted than you've ever been. This is not your breaking, it is your blooming. I am refining your ears to hear my voice with clarity. The noise of the world may grow louder, but my whisper will become unmistakable. You will sense me in the stillness, you will discern me in the chaos. You will recognize my hand even in the unexpected. I am your shepherd, and my sheep know my voice. I will not confuse you, I will guide you, and even when you're unsure, I will root you with grace. Don't be afraid to start again. Some dreams need to be rebuilt, some visions need to be revisited. Just because it didn't happen the way you imagined doesn't mean it won't happen. I am not limited by time. I am not bound by human plans. If I gave you the vision, I will give you the provision. If I planted the seed, I will bring the harvest. Trust my process. Trust my pace. Trust my plan. You're about to witness my hand in ways you've only heard about. Miracles are not a thing of the past. They are your portion. You will see healing in places you called hopeless. You will see restoration in relationships you thought were lost. You will see favor poured out in measures you didn't expect. This isn't because you earned it, but because I am good, because I delight in showing mercy, because I am faithful even when you're not. So hold your head high, not in pride, but in confidence. Confidence that the one who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. This is serious. This is sacred. This is your moment. And I, your Father, am walking with you every step of the way. My child, now that your heart has begun to stir and your spirit has started to awaken, let me speak to you not as a distant deity, but as your Father, deeply invested, endlessly patient, and eternally committed to you. I want you to grasp how serious this moment is, not with fear, but with sacred responsibility. You have come too far to turn back. You've endured too much to doubt now. What I'm unfolding in your life isn't just a new season, it is a new era. And with this new era comes the necessity for a new mindset, a renewed spirit, and a sharpened focus. No more lukewarm devotion, no more delayed obedience. I am not calling you to convenience, I am calling you to consecration. I'm drawing a line in the spirit, and you must decide which side you will stand on. You cannot dabble in destiny. You cannot play with purpose. Either you are fully mine, or you're blending into a world that's fading. The world needs clarity. My people need fire. And you, beloved, have been chosen to be a burning one, set apart, lit from within by my glory. You've tried to dim your light before, to avoid discomfort, to maintain relationships, to keep peace. But the days of shrinking are over. I have set you ablaze, not to be hidden, but to illuminate. And yes, some will be offended by your brightness. Some will distance themselves. Let them go. You are not being rejected. You are being refined. You are not losing people. You are gaining alignment. I will surround you with those who are equally lit, equally surrendered, equally serious. This level of calling demands a higher level of discipline. You cannot waste your oil on distractions. You cannot afford to give your energy to what I never assigned. Guard your time, guard your space, guard your heart, not from fear, but from wisdom. I am doing a deep work in you, and the enemy would love nothing more than to pollute the wellspring I've placed within you. Be vigilant, be intentional, be holy. You may feel the tension right now, the pull between comfort and calling, between the familiar and the faith walk. That is because I'm stretching you. I'm expanding your capacity. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. You're being prepared for something greater than you've imagined. But I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. The way you used to think, used to operate, used to approach me, that's not enough for where I'm taking you. You need fresh eyes, fresh surrender, fresh fire. Let me reshape you. Let me tear down what religion built and rebuild what relationship requires. I don't want your performance. I want your presence. I don't need your perfection. I desire your pursuit. I know you're flawed. I know your history. And I still call you worthy. Not because you are without weakness, but because you are yielded. Yielded vessels are the ones I fill. And when I fill you, there will be overflow. You have asked me for more anointing, more influence, more revelation, and I desire to give it. But with more comes the weight of stewardship. You cannot carry more if you are still clinging to what I told you to release. This is the time to declutter, not just your calendar, but your soul. Let go of comparison. Let go of jealousy. Let go of striving. These are thieves. They rob you of joy and distract you from intimacy. Like and share the video if you have trust in the words of the God. Subscribe to the channel if you love Jesus. Return to the secret place. That is where strength is restored. That is where clarity is birthed. That is where you hear my voice above the noise. And child, my voice will never lead you into confusion. If what you're hearing leads to anxiety, fear, or shame, it isn't me. I am the Good Shepherd. I lead with peace. I correct with love. I guide with gentleness. Yes, I will convict, but never to condemn. I show you truth not to shame you, but to free you. And where my spirit is, there is liberty. You are not bound anymore. You are free. Walk like it. Speak like it. Live like it. You are not stepping into this season to survive. You are stepping in to dominate in the spirit. You are entering rooms that were once closed to you. You are reclaiming territory that was stolen. You are recovering dreams that were buried. This is the season of divine justice. I will restore what was lost. I will repay what was stolen. I will vindicate what was slandered. But you must let me handle it. Vengeance is mine. Your assignment is to obey, to love, to trust, and to move. When I say move, don't despise the process. Don't rush the pace. I'm not late. I am building you line upon line, precept upon precept. I am establishing your foundation so that what I build through you will last. Many rise quickly and fall just as fast. But I am not interested in temporary success. I am interested in eternal fruit. Stay rooted, stay available, stay focused. And remember, this is serious. Not in the sense of pressure, but in the sense of purpose. Every step matters. Every yes echoes in eternity. Every act of obedience is writing history. You are not just living for now, You're living for generations. And I, your father, am so proud of how far you've come. But even more, I'm excited for where we're going. My beloved, pause for a moment and reflect. Everything you've walked through, everything you've endured, all the highs and lows, they were never random. They were seeds. Seeds that I allowed to be planted in the soil of your life, knowing they would one day produce a harvest of faith, power, and influence far beyond what you can now comprehend. This is why the weight has felt so heavy. This is why the enemy fought so hard to silence you. He knew that if you ever realized who you truly are in me, his schemes would crumble. And now that moment is here. You are waking up, you are rising, and hell is trembling. You must understand this, child. The spiritual realm takes you very seriously. You are not invisible there. Your prayers have power. Your presence shifts atmospheres. Your worship breaks chains. Don't let what you see in the natural cause you to doubt what is being moved in the spirit. Angels are responding to your intercession. Demons are fleeing from your authority. Heaven is partnering with your obedience. You are not just going through something. You are being promoted in the spirit. This is the season of activation. I am activating gifts that have been dormant. Some you knew about, and others will surprise you. You will speak with a new boldness. You will discern with a new sharpness. You will move with a new agility. Don't resist this growth. Don't second-guess this fire. It isn't emotionalism. It is empowerment. I am awakening the lion within you. The days of being timid are over. You will speak when others are silent. You will stand when others retreat. You will pray when others panic. And yes, this will cost you. Your consecration will feel lonely at times. You will be misunderstood, criticized, even mocked. But you will also be favored, protected, and accelerated. I am not looking for the crowd's approval. I am forming a remnant. And you, my child, are part of that remnant. You are not just saved for eternity. You are assigned for now. This generation needs your voice. Your family needs your prayers. Your community needs your courage. You are the answer to someone's cry. I'm calling you higher. That means certain behaviors, thought patterns, and environments can no longer go with you. Holiness is not a restriction. It is a distinction. I'm setting you apart for a reason. I'm protecting you from contamination, not because you are better than others, but because you are chosen for something weighty. Guard your gates, your eyes, your ears, your heart. Feed your spirit, starve your flesh, stay alert, and don't be discouraged by the delay. My timeline is not based on your calendar. What feels slow to you is actually strategic. I'm aligning people, positioning resources, preparing hearts. The moment you step into what I have ordained, it will be undeniable that it was me. You won't have to force it, fake it, or fear it. Grace will flow, doors will open, provision will follow. It will happen suddenly, but not without preparation. There will be moments when it feels like nothing is happening. Silence, stillness, isolation. But even then, I am working. Just as a seed must be buried before it breaks forth, you have been in hiding for a reason. Hidden seasons are not punishment. My child, those experiences were protective shields, shaping you as I guarded you. Now the old ground is breaking away, and the light shifts. It's your time to emerge. You are no longer the person you once were. The old lies whispered over you have lost their power. The pain you thought would define you has become a powerful story of triumph. The shame that once bound you is shattered by my unwavering love. You are not stained. You are not broken. You are not unworthy. You are holy. You are healed. You are mine. And my dear child, you are a force against darkness. Every act of your obedience weakens the adversary's hold. When you worship, even when it aches, you unleash spiritual might. Each prayer you offer for your home blesses it with my divine covering. Every time you choose love over resentment, you are building my eternal kingdom. Never, ever underestimate the strength of your consistent faith. Now prepare for extraordinary blessing. I will openly honor you for what you've quietly endured. Your sorrow will transform into dancing. I will bring laughter, love, and dreams back into your life. Not because your path will suddenly be easy, but because your trust in me has become unshakable. You will carry peace in the midst of turmoil, joy in uncertainty, and hope in the unknown. This is the unmistakable sign of my spirit residing within you. Others will notice, not because of your outward display, but because of my undeniable presence shining through you. You will step into spaces carrying an authority not learned but divinely given. In prayer, you will begin to hear insights meant to transform not only your life, but the lives of those around you. You are becoming a thermostat, not just a thermometer, actively setting the spiritual temperature wherever you go. So rise, my child, not in self-importance, but in your true position. Not with arrogance, but with certainty. You were destined for this. You were formed precisely for this moment in time. This is profound. The world may not grasp it. Religion may try to dismiss it, but heaven rejoices, hell retreats, and your Father smiles, for you are becoming everything I envisioned when I first created you. Come even closer, my child. The depth of what I am about to reveal is not for casual ears, but for those whose hearts are wholly devoted to me. You have felt the weight of a greater purpose pressing against your soul. You've awakened in the night, sensing a deeper calling. This is not imagination. It is your spirit responding to heaven's summons. I have placed eternity within your heart, and now I am opening the door to a realm you were always meant to inhabit. A life of profound spiritual meaning, lasting influence, and a divine partnership with me. Understand this. You are more than just a believer. You are an ambassador. You carry my kingdom within you. Every step you take, every word you speak, every choice you make holds eternal significance. You are not here to blend in. You are here to transform atmospheres. You are here to bring light where there is darkness, truth where there is confusion, and peace where there is chaos. You are the salt of the earth, the light of the world, the bearer of my presence wherever you go. This is precisely why the spiritual struggle has intensified. The closer you draw to breakthrough, the greater the resistance you will encounter. The enemy knows that when you fully embrace what I have purposed for you, chains will break, not only for you, but for everyone connected to your life. Your obedience will create ripples through generation. Your yes will ignite movements. Your surrender will awaken destinies. You are not merely fighting for a fleeting moment. You are fighting for a lasting movement. But take courage, my beloved. You are not alone in this battle. I am surrounding you with angelic forces. I am stirring up spiritual warriors to intercede on your behalf. And most importantly, I myself am with you. I am your shield, your defender, your provider, your peace. When you venture into the unknown, I go before you. When you stand in battle, I stand behind you. When you feel weak, I carry you. You are never alone, not for a single breath. I am giving you new assignments this season that demand a different way of living. You cannot afford to be distracted. You cannot allow compromise to settle in your heart. Purity is your strength. Intimacy with me is your guide. You must live from that secret place where my voice is as clear than the world's noise, where my truth silences every lie. I don't demand perfection. I long for your presence. I don't need your performance. I yearn for your proximity. This is serious because what I am now entrusting to your hands requires spiritual maturity. I am giving you influence, wisdom, and impact. But these are not for your ego. They are for my glory. Pride will cause you to lose what humility sustains. You must remain humble, even as I lift you to great heights. Never forget your past, and never forget who brought you through it. The favor that is coming is not a testament to your greatness. It is a clear sign of my grace. Some of you will begin to feel a divine restlessness, a holy dissatisfaction with things you once accepted. This is not negative. This is growth. I am expanding your spirit, showing you what no longer belongs. What once fit comfortably now feels alien. This is the sensation of elevation. Allow it to stretch you. Don't resist it. Lean into it. This discomfort is the gateway to your next dimension. And yes, you will need to leave some things behind. Not everyone who started with you can accompany you where I am taking you. Not because they are bad, but because they are not meant for your next phase. Do not mourn what I remove. Trust me, I am making space for new connections, divine partnerships, purpose-driven alliances, the kind that will sharpen you, protect you, and journey with you, rather than deplete or hinder you. Even now, I am restoring what you believed was beyond repair. Relationships, opportunities, years lost to wandering. I am the God who redeems time. I am not limited by your past, nor intimidated by your mistakes. I use everything. I waste nothing. What the enemy intended for harm, I will turn for good. You will not only recover, but you will reign. This is also a season of acceleration. What once took years will now happen in months. What seemed impossible will suddenly become your reality. Doors you once had to knock on will open before you even arrive. I am releasing spiritual speed, not to rush you, but to align you. You are not behind. You are being brought up to where you were always meant to be. You will begin to dream again, and these dreams will carry strategic insight. I will speak to you through visions, give you blueprints, and plant ideas that are not just for your benefit, but for the advancement of my kingdom. Businesses will be born, ministries will be launched, books will be written, songs will be released, solutions to problems the world cannot solve will emerge through you, because I live in you, my child. This is not about seeking fame. It is about making me known. It is about establishing my kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. And you, yes, you are my vessel, my ambassador, my messenger, my beloved. You were born for this. The fire in your spirit, the longing in your heart, these are all confirmations. You are not being overly emotional, you are being called. So step forward fully, boldly, without fear. Let the world witness what heaven has always known, that you are chosen, anointed, appointed, and unstoppable in me. This is a serious matter, but it is glorious. My child, do you feel the weight of this moment? It is not a burden to crush you, but a divine mantle resting on your shoulders. What I have placed upon you is not too heavy when you carry it with me. You were never meant to bear this calling alone. From the very beginning, this journey was designed as a partnership, with me as your source, your strength, your sustainer. So do not fear the vastness of your assignment. If I have called you, I have also equipped you. If I have sent you, I have already gone before you. This is serious because what I am doing in your life is generational. You are not just living for today. You are breaking cycles within your bloodline that have persisted for decades. You are bringing healing where your parents could not. You are establishing new patterns, new ways of thinking, new declarations. The destructive cycles end with you. The curses are broken through you. The limitations are shattered in you. Because you chose me, I am rewriting your family's future. Your children will walk in freedom because you chose to fight now. Your descendants will inherit what you refuse to surrender to. And my child, never underestimate the profound power of your yes. Your obedience creates ripple effects in unseen realms. Every time you resist temptation, every time you persevere in prayer when it's difficult, every time you forgive when it hurts, you are changing the spiritual atmosphere. Heaven records your faithfulness. Angels respond to your alignment. The enemy is frustrated, not because you are perfect, but because you will not give up. That persistence is your weapon. That consistency is your warfare. Keep showing up. Keep choosing me. Keep speaking truth. It matters more than you know. I am calling you into supernatural clarity. The era of confusion is over. I am anointing your eyes to see with divine discernment. What others call coincidence, you will recognize as my divine orchestration. What others call delays, you will understand as my divine detours. You will no longer stumble aimlessly through seasons. You will walk with wisdom. I will whisper instructions in the quiet moments. I will confirm my word in ways that leave no room for doubt. Trust what you hear in your secret place with me, more than what you perceive outwardly. Some of you have asked me, Lord, why is it taking so long? And I tell you now, it was not delay, it was development. I could have released you sooner, but you would have collapsed under the weight of what I am about to give you. I wasn't just building your platform, I was building your character. I wasn't just preparing the blessing, I was preparing you to carry it. Now you are stronger, now you are wiser, now you are rooted in me, and now you are ready. What I place in your hands must flow from your heart. This is a time for generosity. Give boldly, love freely, serve joyfully. The more you pour out, the more I will fill you. You will begin to feel an unexplainable boldness rise within you. A fire in your core, a sharp clarity in your words. That is my spirit. You are not becoming arrogant. You are stepping into authority. You are not merely surviving. You are conquering. I have given you power to overcome all obstacles. You will not be intimidated by darkness. You will drive it out. You will not fear confrontation. You will speak truth with love. You will not waver. You will stand firm. I am also opening your eyes to see the hurting. There are people around you silently longing for hope. They will be drawn to your light. They won't even understand why they feel safe with you, but it's because they sense my presence. Welcome them. Love them well. Point them to me. You don't need all the answers. Just be available. I will do the rest. I am not asking you to save them. I am asking you to show them the Savior. And yes, the journey ahead will include challenges. Not because I wish you harm, but because resistance builds strength. Every opposition is an opportunity for greater glory. Every attack is a platform for a testimony. You will not be shaken, not because life gets easier, but because your roots grow deeper. You are planted in me, and I never fail. This next season demands focus. You cannot afford to waste time on trivial matters or distractions. Your calling is too great. Your purpose is too urgent. Simplify your life. Prioritize what truly matters. I am giving you divine efficiency, a supernatural strategy for your days. You will accomplish more with less time. You will produce more with less struggle. My grace will achieve what sheer effort could not. Now lift your head, my child. This is not the time to cower. This is the time to stand tall, not in your own strength, but in mine. You are my ambassador, my representative, my beloved. You carry my spirit. You reflect my image. You walk in my authority. Do not apologize for it. Do not shrink from it. Do not doubt it. My beloved, know this now more than ever. I have not brought you this far only to abandon you. Every step you've taken under my guidance has led you precisely to this moment, not by chance, but by divine design. I have been orchestrating your life like a master conductor, and though at times you heard only silence or the discordant notes of delay, I was tuning you for the grand crescendo. The fullness of your destiny is now beginning to unfold, and what I am calling you into will demand everything from you, but it will give you even more in return. This is the time to activate bold faith, not a passive hope, but the kind of faith that moves mountains. You have witnessed enough to know that I am real. You have encountered me in whispers, in wonders, in the quiet mercies that others overlook. Now I am calling you to believe not only for yourself, but for others. I am calling you to intercede, to declare, to speak with the authority of one who walks with the King. You are not merely a believer, you are a builder. You are establishing outposts of heaven on earth, one act of obedience at a time. Do not fear if the vision I have placed in your heart seems too vast. If it doesn't challenge you slightly, it is likely not from me. I do not speak in limitations, I speak in legacy. What I plant within you is designed to outlive you. Your obedience today becomes the foundation for someone else's freedom tomorrow. Your yes echoes into the lives of people you may never meet. That is the immensity of my plans. That is how significant this is. I am increasing your spiritual sensitivity. You will begin to sense when something is amiss in the atmosphere. You will discern when conversations are laced with deception. You will perceive when someone's heart is hurting beneath a smile. This is not to burden you, it is to equip you. You are a watchman, a gatekeeper, an intercessor. When others sleep, I will awaken you to pray. When others laugh, you will feel the weight of unspoken burdens. You are not becoming strange, you are becoming sensitive. And this, my child, is sacred. Guard it. There is a mantle of breakthrough upon your life. Chains will break where you walk. Addictions will fall away when you speak. Peace will settle when you enter a room. You don't need to announce your authority. It will be felt, not because of your volume, but because of your consistency. Not because of your charm, but because of your intimate communion with me. This is why your closeness with me must remain your highest priority. Without it, the fire will diminish. With it, nothing is impossible. Prepare your heart for miracles. They are not merely on their way, they are already being released. Unexpected provision, healing you thought was delayed, reconciliation you had given up on. I specialize in the impossible. I am not limited by your logic, nor restricted by your resources. My economy, my timing, my ways, they are higher. And when I move, it will be undeniable. You won't have to convince anyone. They will see and know, surely the Lord has done this. But let me be clear, this movement is not about comfort, it is about calling. I did not awaken you merely to make your life easier. I awakened you to make your life count. You will face opposition. The enemy does not attack those who are stagnant. He targets those who are surrendered to me. But do not fear. I have armed you with weapons that are not earthly, but mighty. Your worship is a weapon. Your purity is a weapon. Your joy is a weapon. Use them daily, consistently, boldly. You are no longer the person who once questioned their worth. You are not the wounded soul who barely survived. You are the healed, whole, holy child of the Most High God. You walk in the power of resurrection. You carry the authority of the cross. You speak with the voice of the redeemed. Stop apologizing for it. Embrace it. Live in it. Radiate it. This is serious because it is supernatural. The time for playing small is over. The time for shrinking back has passed. The earth longs for the sons and daughters of God to rise up, and you, my child, are among them. Rise not with arrogance, but with divine purpose. Rise not with fear, but with holy fire. Rise not with shame, but with my spirit. You are my chosen one, my messenger, my vessel, and I have only just begun. Beloved, we are now on the brink of a divine threshold. Can you feel it? That stirring in your soul, the trembling anticipation within your spirit. You aren't just entering another season, you are stepping into destiny. This is the pivotal point where faith transforms into action, and action unlocks the supernatural. What once seemed distant is now within reach. And I, the Lord your God, stand before you not merely as your deliverer, but as your commander, calling you to your rightful place. This is a serious matter. The weight you carry is kingdom weight, and I am entrusting you with something sacred. Do not let past insecurities undermine this divine moment. I have not called you because of your self-confidence. I have called you because of your dependence on me. Your weaknesses are not liabilities. They are opportunities for my glory. The very areas where you feel least qualified are precisely where I intend to manifest my power most profoundly. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to perform. You only need to be present, fully present in my presence. It is in your surrender that I release my anointing. It is in your yieldedness that my spirit flows freely. And yes, this anointing will come with a cost. There is a price for true spiritual power, and that price is your will, your comfort, your right to remain hidden or unchanged. But what I have for you is worth every sacrifice. What I desire to do through you cannot be contained within casual faith or cultural religion. I am raising you up as a remnant, those who burn with holy fervor, who carry the burden of intercession, who are willing to go where others won't, speak what others won't, and believe beyond what others can comprehend. You will be misunderstood. There will be times when even those closest to you question your intensity. They will say you're taking it too far, becoming too radical. But remember, Noah was mocked until the flood came. David was overlooked until the throne awaited him. Jesus was rejected until his resurrection proved him true. You are in good company. Do not dim your light to make others comfortable in their darkness. I have made you a light, and light must shine, not hide. I am restoring your spiritual roar. The enemy attempted to silence you through fear, shame, and delay. But I am breaking the muzzle from your mouth. I am loosening your tongue with truth. You will no longer whisper your worth. You will declare it. You will prophesy to dry bones. You will call forth destiny. You will intercede with a fierceness that shakes spiritual atmospheres. Your voice, aligned with heaven, will carry immense weight on the earth. You have been hidden for a reason. I kept you in the secret place to protect the integrity of what I was forming within you. Many launched before they were ready, but not you. I have been refining your character to match your calling. I have been forging in you a resilience that will not break under pressure. Now I will release you, not to impress, but to impact. You will not crumble under the spotlight because you have learned to stand strong in the shadows. Expect the supernatural to become your everyday reality. You will begin to see answers to prayers you barely remember praying. You will walk into rooms and instantly discern the spiritual atmosphere. You will know things you weren't taught and speak things you never studied. This is not strange. This is spiritual. This is the fruit of deep intimacy with me. When you walk with me, you begin to reflect me. And when you reflect me, the world begins to take notice. I am also restoring joy, a deep, unwavering joy. Not the fleeting excitement of a blessing, but the unshakable joy of my constant presence. You will laugh again, dance again, love again. The heaviness you carried is lifting. Your mourning is transforming into melody. The gray skies are breaking open with light. This is your divine release, not just from captivity, but into your true purpose. Prepare for divine realignments. Some connections will shift, some doors will close, but trust that every redirection is my protection. I am pruning with purpose. I am positioning you with precision. You are not being left behind. You are being launched forward. Allow me to lead, even when the path is unclear, even when it is uncomfortable. I see what you cannot. I know what lies ahead. As you rise, remain anchored. Never let your public platform overshadow your private prayer life. Never let public praise outweigh your private purity. Never let your gifts outpace your spiritual grounding. It is not your anointing alone that will sustain you. It is your abiding in me. Stay close, stay hungry, stay humble. I will continue to pour into you as long as you remain an open vessel. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. And now, my child, breathe. You have come so far. You have endured the crushing, the pressing, the molding, and now comes the release. The anointing is flowing. The doors are opening. The time is here. Step forward, not in fear, but in faith. Not with hesitation, but with holy boldness. This is your moment, not because you earned it, but because I ordained it. And I am with you still, always, forever. My beloved child, having journeyed with me through these profound revelations, through the sacred truths, through the awakening of your purpose, you now stand at the threshold of transformation. You are no longer who you were. The veil has been lifted. The lies have been broken. The confusion has cleared. What remains is the purest form of your identity. You are mine. You are called, chosen, and set apart for this specific time. This is not an ending, it is a beginning. And heaven is watching as you take your very first step into the fullness of what I have prepared for you. I reiterate, this is serious because eternity is real, and the days ahead will demand unprecedented courage. But take heart, I have not left you unprepared. I have poured out my Spirit upon you. My anointing flows through your voice, your hands, your prayers. You are my ambassador on earth. You are not walking into battle, you are walking into victory. You are not approaching your destiny timidly. You are stepping into it with the authority of one forged in fire and refined by love. Let go of the old completely now. Do not return to a lesser version of yourself. Do not retreat to the shadows when I have called you to shine. You are not simply awakening to purpose. You are becoming the answer to the cries of others. What I do in you is not for you alone. It is for the brokenhearted I will send your way. It is for the captives I will set free through your testimony. It is for the generations who will trace their freedom back to your obedience. You are a generational barrier breaker, a chain destroyer, a light bearer, a kingdom builder. Do you see it now? The trials you thought would destroy you actually trained you. The losses you mourned made room for greater gains. The silence you endured was filled with my whispers of preparation. You are not behind. You are not late. You are precisely on time for your divine release. Go now and live with holy discipline. Guard your inner peace fiercely. Keep your gaze fixed on me. When distractions arise, and they will, remember this moment. When voices try to sway you, return to my voice. When fear whispers lies, declare my truth louder. I am your anchor in the storm, your compass in the chaos, your strength when you feel weak. You will not fall, not because you're perfect, but because you are planted in me. There will be moments of great glory, open doors, miracles, and divine favor. And there will be moments requiring deeper surrender, sacrifice, pruning, and waiting. Through it all, I am with you. Through it all, I am enough. I will never send you where my grace cannot sustain you. I will never call you without empowering you. Trust me. Trust my process. Trust that I see everything and waste nothing. This is the era of your manifestation, the unveiling of my purpose through your life. You will see with spiritual eyes. You will move with prophetic power. You will love with unwavering compassion. You will endure with supernatural strength. And the world will know, not because you shouted, but because you obeyed. Not because you demanded, but because you remained faithful. Let this final word seal your spirit. You are enough because I am your sufficiency. You are bold because I am your courage. You are protected because I am your refuge. You are sent because I am your sender. You are loved because I am love itself. Walk in this truth. Live from this truth. Rise through this truth. Let heaven rejoice, for one of my own has answered the call. Let hell tremble, for one of my own has awakened to authority. Let the earth receive my glory through the life of the one I now send. You are my hands and feet, my voice and vessel. Let the world witness what I can do through one surrendered heart. For those who hunger for hope, my dear one, the path you've walked has been long, often heavy with silence. I've watched your every step, sometimes seen you stumble through the shadowed valleys of waiting, feeling as if time itself had abandoned you. You have yearned deeply, your heart aching for a promise yet unseen, a blessing that refused to reveal itself on your timeline. I understand the weary ache that settled in your bones when hope seemed distant, when every hopeful effort was met with the bitter taste of delay. There is a sacredness in your waiting. Though your soul may cry, "Why must this be so hard?" Oh beloved, I have been molding you in hidden places, shaping your patience like a potter with delicate clay. The hardship was not wasted. It was a refining fire, purifying what cannot be rushed. the deep roots of faith entwined with the unseen, my quiet whispers of love growing stronger in the silence between your prayers. I have not left you alone in that wilderness. I was right there beside you, even when your eyes couldn't perceive my presence. To wait is to be tested by my timing, which flows beyond your comprehension, like a river carving mountains, silently and surely. This waiting conceals hidden treasures that will one day overflow in your life. How often your mind raced ahead, envisioning defeat or despair, questioning the purpose of the delay. Yet in that very stillness, I was orchestrating a symphony of grace, preparing you, my dear, to receive more than you could ever ask or imagine. Your waiting was never in vain. Like the dawn breaking after the darkest night, or a tender seed bursting from barren earth, the time you endured was the very soil from which your deepest joy will grow. A harvest is coming, not just of what you long for, but of a profound transformation within your spirit. A deep knowing that I am faithful beyond all measure. Do not let your heart harden in this season. Instead, breathe in the truth that I hold you close, for in this season is without purpose. I invite you to rest in my assurance that your waiting is fertile ground and your surrender is my delight. When doubt creeps in and questions swirl like unsettled storms in your mind, come to me with a heart unburdened by the need to understand everything at once. I am patient and gracious, knowing that your journey of faith is a step-by-step dance, sometimes hesitant, sometimes bold, yet always held securely in my hands. Will you believe me this time when I say that your waiting season is rich with unseen blessings? That in this quietude, you are being positioned for a divine breakthrough that will surpass what you have dreamed. Let your heart be comforted, child, for I am the God of perfect timing. I am never late. Even when you feel forgotten or overlooked, your story is written with my eternal ink, and every chapter unfolds precisely when it is meant to. In those moments when your spirit longs for answers, reach for me with a hope that outlasts the silent. Entrust me with the parts of your heart that feel restless, and watch how I transform waiting into witnessing the fulfillment of promises. Your faith, tested in patience, will shine brighter than the morning sun. Does this settling call your soul? Will you open your hands to release control and take hold of the peace I offer? This is an invitation not to retreat, but to lean closer, to draw deep from the well of my love as you await my perfect work. You are not alone in the stillness. I am here, ever present, delighting in every sigh you breathe and every tear you shed. Let this tender reality cradle your spirit and prepare you for the glorious awakening that will come. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away from this sacred pause. Embrace it as a holy gift, a time of glorifying me in trust and submission. For in your surrender, I am at work crafting a testimony that will speak not to your strength, but to the gentle power of my grace. This waiting is not the end, beloved, but the fertile ground from which hope will spring and victory will bloom. Will you believe me in the moments when you feel weakest? Will you rest in the truth that your time is held securely in my hands and my timing is always perfect? Let this assurance permeate your soul before you move forward. My dear child, when the night seems to stretch endlessly and the warmth of connection feels just beyond your reach, I want you to know that you are never truly alone. There is a profound and sacred intimacy that I desire to share with you, a belonging not shaped by circumstances, approval, or fleeting encounters, but by the very essence of my heart knitted with yours. This is a deep spiritual belonging, an eternal union crafted by my unwavering love and enduring commitment to you. Even when your soul feels scattered like autumn leaves caught in a restless wind, you may have wandered through seasons where you felt unseen, unheard, or misunderstood. Perhaps you sought companionship or affirmation in places that left your spirit empty and your heart aching. Yet before you ever yearned, Before you ever felt the ache of solitude, I knew you intimately. Every pulse, every sigh, every moment of silence has been noticed by me. This intimacy is not a distant ideal. It is the fabric of our relationship, woven into every moment of your life. It is an unbroken thread binding us together, unshaken by time, space, or the wavering of human affection. Imagine how closely I lean in to listen to the unspoken longings of your heart, how tenderly I gather the fragments of your fears and dreams, weaving them into a tapestry that tells the story of my love for you. When you feel disconnected, it may be that you are gazing at the world through a veil of pain or doubt. Yet behind that veil, I am there, constant, inviting you to shed all masks and rest in your true self, wholly known and wholly cherished. Let this reality settle in you. Your worth is not determined by your performance or the approval of others, but by my eternal acceptance. Sometimes, beloved, the depths of intimacy with me require walking through the wilderness of silence and stillness, where nothing outwardly seems to happen. These seasons may feel desolate, testing your resolve and tempting you to believe you are abandoned. But even then, my presence surrounds you as a shield. I whisper peace to your restless heart and invite you to pour out everything before me, your fears, your frustrations, your weariness. In this vulnerability, true intimacy flourishes. It is here that your soul begins to align with mine, and you discover that I am closer than your own breath, sustaining you when you feel weakest. You are not alone in longing, and you are not rejected in feeling lost. Rather, you are called deeper into the sanctuary of my spirit, where true belonging resides. This belonging transcends all earthly ties and imperfections. It's a belonging forged by grace and nurtured by unconditional love. Even when your mind is clouded by doubts about your place or identity, my hand holds yours firmly, guiding you into the light of self-acceptance through my eyes. Eyes that see your beauty, your resilience, and your purpose. I see every tear you have shed in silence, every prayer whispered in your loneliness. My dear child, these are not unnoticed. I burn with a desire to comfort you and to draw you ever nearer, to wrap you in a peace that surpasses human understanding. The intimacy that I offer is a gift that does not diminish in times of struggle, but grows stronger, anchoring your soul beyond life's shifting tides. It calls to you persistently, a divine melody you cannot outrun or forget. I invite you now to lean into this presence, to open your heart fully without reservation or fear. Allow me to become the home where your soul rests, the refuge where your doubts are met with hope, the embrace where your wounds begin to heal. There is a place within you where my spirit dwells, rich, vibrant, alive. And from this place, your true belonging radiates outward into the world with undeniable power. Will you accept this invitation to draw nearer, to know my heart in a deeper way than ever before? Remember, my dear, no storm or shadow can sever the bond that connects you to me. Even in moments when you feel abandoned or unseen by others, you are carried in the palm of my hand. I have ordained a place for you in my heart's chamber, a sanctuary reserved just for you. It is here that you are fully known and fully loved, without condition, without pretense, without end. So when loneliness creeps in, or when you fear that you do not belong, pause and breathe in this truth. My presence is your permanent place of belonging and intimacy. I am here not as a distant observer, but as a loving companion who delights in every facet of who you are. I delight in your seeking, your hesitations, your questions, and your deepest longings. Let this message pulse in your spirit like an unspoken promise, an inner song of belonging and infinite love. If you feel your heart stirring toward this sacred intimacy, do not withdraw or hide. Instead, take a step closer, trusting that you will find new strength, new hope, and a restoration that will redefine how you see yourself and the world. Your journey of intimacy with me is a path walked in the tender light of my love, a journey that transforms solitude into sacred communion, isolation into divine connection. Will you take my hand now and walk this path with me? I am waiting. I am here. I am yours. My dear child, as you stand now on the cusp of this quiet place within your soul, let me remind you who you are. Beyond the shifting shadows of circumstance and the fleeting whispers of the world, you are mine, crafted by my hands, planted by my spirit, cherished beyond the reach of any fear or failure that seeks to define you. When the storms roar and the night stretches long, remember that you are not wandering alone, but held firmly in the palms of divine love that never falters or fades. There is a strength here in your heart that you might not yet see, a sacred resilience born from the depths of my own endless grace. It is I who breathed into you the breath of life, and it is I who sustain you in every moment. Whether you feel my touch or sense my silence, do not doubt that every tear you have shed was caught, every cry heard, and that from those very depths I am weaving a tapestry of hope, a mural of redemption on the canvas of your life. You are precious, not because of your deeds or the approval of others, but because your very existence reflects the eternal love I have poured into you. This love is unshakable, unyielding, and it will carry you through even when your own strength wanes. There is no place you can go where my presence is absent. No corner of your heart is too dark to be illuminated by my light. When you feel lost, remember it is in that very feeling that you often find me most clearly, tenderly guiding you back through valleys of confusion into the warmth of my embrace. Even in your silence and questioning, my spirit whispers truth and peace that surpasses all understanding, inviting you into a sacred dance of trust and surrender. Do not shrink back from this invitation. No matter how fragile your faith may feel right now, it is when you lean into my faithfulness that you discover the fullness of joy and purpose, waiting patiently just beyond your doubts. You are not defined by what you have been through or the chains you have carried. You are a new creation, constantly being transformed and renewed by my love. This truth is the foundation of your identity, an unshakable rock upon which your soul can safely rest. When the world tries to convince you otherwise, return to this truth with fierce determination. Let it burn through every lie, every fear, and every lingering shadow of shame. You were designed for love and belonging, for a destiny woven with holy purpose and adorned with my blessing. Child, I call you to stand tall now, not by your own might, but by the lifting power of my spirit. Embrace the identity I have given you, a title more glorious than any crown, the beloved of God, chosen, cherished, and never forsaken. You are meant to walk boldly in the light of this truth, spreading my love through every act of kindness, every quiet prayer, and every moment of courage. I am with you always, your unwavering support and your eternal refuge. Let this moment be a threshold, a divine turning point where you let go of all defeat and step into the radiant life I have prepared for you. Trust fully in my timing and my ways, which are higher and more beautiful than you can imagine. Rest in my promises, for they are firm and faithful. And know that I am forever working all things for your good. If your spirit is stirred now, do not hesitate to reach out, to seek me with a heart wide open. Let my love fill you afresh, healing every wound and renewing every hope. I am here, steadfast and true, ready to lead you home. Embrace your sacred identity and walk in the power of my grace. You belong to me, and in that belonging, you have everything. Amen. My beloved, if this message has touched your soul today, hold it close within your heart. Save these words as a refuge for times of doubt, and share this divine truth with another who needs to hear it. Let my love ripple through the world, one heart at a time. My beloved child, carry this message to a weary soul. Let it be a lamp in their darkness, a voice that whispers hope. What you've heard today isn't merely a lesson, it's a lifeline for the days to come. The hour is urgent, and your calling is clear: to rise with courage, to live with conviction. You are not walking this road alone. Heaven walks with you, and you are seen, valued, and eternally held. If this stirred something within you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe and return as we uncover the truths that anchor us in grace and lead us into destiny. Pass this light to someone in shadow. Remind them they matter. And until we meet again, stand firm in love, live boldly in purpose, and remember, you were made for this moment. Amen.